What's going on, Norath? How's everybody doing? Rise and grind. It's that time again. Wow, I'm like in an obscure spot. I don't remember the last time I've been in this room. It's not like it's a faraway room. But, I was just running around gathering some easy frog. I need frog meat. I'm on a mission. I'm on a huge mission. But anyways, how's everybody doing today? I'm just getting started over here. I feel like, my mic might be a little quiet. Testing, testing. That didn't even help, did it? Anyways, how you doing? You could say we're just getting started over here. In fact, I will. 6 a.m. Thursday morning. Again. Rise and grind. Like clockwork, I told you. Every week. I got the coffee in the, no, mug reveal. You've seen it before. It's the Elvis mug. Sun never sets on a legend. So they say. Ishiwatari, what's going on? It's good to see you. It's great to see you, in fact. I'm gonna kill some stuff that gives XP, but right now I'm just clearing this. Well, look at that! That level 1 halfling that was level 1 for like days. Just being level 2. I could have sworn when I checked who all, he was level 1. Oh no, he's level 2. And he's been level 2, I guess, but congrats on the ding. Snortle. It's a pretty good name. Decent. Alright, where's the frog meat? Look it up. Ugh, come on. Nothing. Alright, where are we? Alright, I know where we are. I'm going where the XP is. I'll get frog meat there. This one's not XP, but it's always aggressive. The Squire placeholder doesn't take kindly to strangers. Snortle. How you doing, Mini Neeson? I know, once you ding level 2, it's time to put that slash roleplay on. It's probably been time to put that slash roleplay on. That's alright. People figure it out eventually. Uh-oh, yeah, he's probably in trouble. That's Scepter Braum right there. Probably coming to Misty. How wooed. Anyways, good to see some action. 6 a.m. on a Thursday. Gotta happen sometime. Oh. Killing the level 2s, Brahmi. It's alright. Builds character, right? Just an AFK tune? Gotcha. Nope. An AFK tune that just couldn't help themselves. They had to ding level 2, didn't they? That was pretty fun a couple weekends ago, doing the Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest in the Kanos newbie yard, playing low level tunes, and then Brahmi King. On the same tune, Braum Scepter. Let's look. Oh, he's already back to Brahmi. But yeah, that was fun. A lot of fun moments in that whole mess. The highlights are up now. I don't know if you're all aware, but it takes me some time. You know, it might take me more than a full week to get it done, but when they're done, here on Twitch, you'll see in the highlights section of my page here, you'll see Swamp Splash. You know, I think I started at number 17. Was I in the corpse running earlier? No, I just woke up. I just got out of the shower. There's a corpse run though, huh? Interesting. I haven't even poked my head down to lower yet today. Who knows? Who knows what's going on down there? Someone said they did a legendary corpse run in Lower Guck and wish they had streamed it. Nah, it wasn't me. That's funny though. Thing about me is even if I'm not streaming, I'm recording it. I ain't losing any more media, you know. There he goes. I like pulling into the corner here. Hey, Grimlust, good morning to you too. Happy Thursday. It's bright and early over here. Sun's just coming up. And I am having a fantastic morning. I'm playing my favorite game. And I hope you have a fantastic morning too. It's always good to hear from you. Do see a couple familiar names online here. Right? We got this guy's been in the swamp lately. Cloana. That sounds really familiar. That one is. Join Red. Today's the day. You know? Best day to join Red is yesterday. The second best day is today, or something like that. Be nice if we got a fresh Red. Well, I'm not sure we deserve it, but it'd be nice. Do you get XP from pets? Let's find out. I think you do, but no faction hit. I'm not too concerned about faction right now. Max KS. See the XP. Just under 50, maybe like 48, 49. Oh yeah, nice XP, a couple percent. Hey Winnie, come here. It's such a silly cat right now. Yeah, rise and grind. Let's sip some coffee. I need it. I really need it. I'm a broken record with this, but when the alarm goes off on Thursday, ooh, I'm tired. But it's the life I chose. You know? I'm an EverQuest enjoyer. You gotta sacrifice something. For me, it's a little bit of sleep in the Thursday morning. But I think it's worth it. I think it sets me up for success for the rest of the day. 6 to 8. Nice little honest shift. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Speaking of honest work, if I hit 30, I can cast Invis, right? Gather Shadows. Amazing. Powerful technology. Oh. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna creep around this area of Guck. Okay. Frog meat. I think I started the stream with 4, and now we're up to 5, it looks like. I can't tell if this is a 5 or a 6. I have to, like, touch my nose to the screen to see. You tried to snipe me and died to 1,000 frogs. I'm in here deep. Well, if you want to group, we can group. Frogs are unforgiving, I know. Or if you need a res, I got you. Res is, you know, got res on deck. But yeah, okay, some of these names look really familiar. Like, I think this one's a cleric. Clonoa. I think I've seen them, like, in Guck before. It was, like, 2 years ago, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't remember exactly. They seem familiar to me. Back to Field of Bow. No. Yeah, I'll come get. I'll res you. Momentarily. Let me just get somewhere a little. Oh, this might be a huge mistake. How many am I fighting? Damn, I keep getting stunned right when I'm trying to interrupt their cast. I get stunned by the other frogs. And I get unstunned right as the cast finishes. That's brutal. Dark blue, like 3 dark blue frogs. Until the Pather comes, and then 4 dark blue frogs, you know? Probably get a 4. Yeah, easy. I don't even need to really kite him around. Let's just fight him. Fight him the old-fashioned way, right? Just plant our feet. Alright. That wasn't nearly as scary as I thought it was going to be. Almost half a bubble for this mess, too. I'll take it. And I'll do it again. Ishiwatari, yeah. It's never the plan. We never... That's why people get buy-ins. They're planning to die, right? We're not planning that. Planning to be victorious all day long, so, you know, who needs a bind? How was grouping with meningitis? That's cool. That I've heard he's an OG flower. That's cool. Whenever more OGs come back. I'm only a regular G. I've been in the guild like 15 years. At this point, I I think I'd have to check a calendar. Maybe a little more. But either way, it's more than half of the existence of flowers. Arguably the less important half. But I've had fun. You know, they welcomed me with open arms. They're the real deal. Managed to do the camp that I showed you pretty well. You do rogue tanking. Nice. Yeah, that's a great camp. Honestly, I might sneak my way that direction. Pretty level appropriate for me. Level 29. This area a little tougher, but you know I'm pushing it. Trying to do all the silly stuff because you know the implication over here. But let's see. Froglok meat, yes. I need all the froglok meat. I'm on a mission. That's the whole reason I'm here. XP is you know, a little side bonus right now. Alright, stuff I need. I need a shrunken goblin skull earring. And I need a weighted axe. And then this tune's pretty well done. I mean, like, cougar claw earring, not the best, but like it's something. White gold necklace, you know, good placeholder. It has some room to grow, but like basically, I'm pretty happy with this one. Eventually, get rid of all the stuff that's light sources, you know, because you know I don't roll like that. Hold on a sec. Issue Why's my camera doing that? Ishiwatari said you just rediscovered the MTG episode of South Park. Posted the clip of Kenny versus Slaughterhouse in the Discord. It's just so funny. I gotta check out that. I'm not sure I saw that up. I do enjoy me some South Park, but yeah, there's plenty of episodes that I haven't seen. I'll have to definitely check that one out because hey, I know what MTG is. I get that reference. Um, I might even start playing again. It's been a while. It's been a long while. I was like so frustrated with Ether Drift. I don't even know what exactly about it was rubbing me the wrong way, but I wasn't having fun anymore. I went from getting my dailies done every day, you know, like at least probably 3 wins, and then you start getting real diminishing returns. was getting at least 3 wins a day. Sometimes I would even push for like all 15 or whatever, just because I was having that much fun playing Magic. Um, Ether Drift. It's not even that I wasn't winning anymore. It's just like it wasn't. I didn't like it. I really didn't. I only play limited and standard on Arena, so you know that that's why I was maybe a little upset. I don't know. The limited I did not find fun at all, and standard is probably still not fun, honestly, because it's not Ether Drift's fault that standard is not fun. Like they switched it, right? It used to be once upon a time every 2 blocks, right? Stuff would rotate. Block being like usually 3 sets, but I mean there's exceptions to every rule. Um, and it kept it fresh. Like standard was always changing, always evolving. You play standard one year, you play standard the next year. It's different decks because all the cards, have changed over. You can't use the old stuff. But nowadays they keep stuff in standard like much longer, and I mean, they're gonna reprint the stuff anyway, also. But it's like some of these cards have been standard for so long, and like might deserve to be banned even. It's just ridiculous. But then again, I haven't played. I uninstalled during Ether Drift, so who knows? Maybe standard's different now. But I don't know because I don't have it installed. It's unfortunate, but I think they're done with Ether Drift now. I think we're past that. Like maybe I can come slinking back, but yeah, it just hasn't been a priority for me. Okay, so you're saying the illegal, oh, the cock, right, the cock magic. It's like cockfighting, but with MTG terminology and stuff. It was really, I remember that one actually. That was a really, really funny one. I don't know how I forgot about that when you were mentioning it. I'm like, yeah. Hey, Winnie, come here. I don't know if the mic's been picking her up, but Winnie's like yelling right now. Anyway, how's the mic sound? Like I'm looking at my levels, and it looks like the level for my voice is low, but I have it cranked all the way up. Is it just me? Or is it good? Ah, my mic is super low again. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm looking at the levels. Testing. Hold on. Mic check. Mic. Hold on. I should kill these frogs. I should at least turn attack on while I'm standing here dying. I'm trying to remember how I fixed this last time. There's something I did that fixed it. I don't remember. Alright. Attack this last frog. And then I need to heal enemy, right? How did I do that? Settings? Yes, settings. Found the settings. Oh my god, yeah, Ishiwatari. I want to get the sound normalized, My main goal, right now. After this thing goes. Really good XP. And even decent 11. I need like 11,000 frog meats, but it's a start. Okay, let's see my audio settings here. try applying that. Testing. No, it looks like it's still. All right, hold on. I'm gonna turn off the camera and turn it back on. Because I'm using the camera's microphone because it's better than my built-in. Okay, testing. Still the same. All right, I'm gonna switch to the built-in mic. 1400 to 2200. Let me translate that. 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Oh, that's a rough shift. Yeah, it's like that split shift kind of. Not quite day, not quite night. The evening shift. Somebody's got to do it. Do you get switched around a lot, or are you usually the same shift? Because you could always get used to it, but it's when you're getting switched around between different shifts that's the worst for me. I haven't done that in a long time. Okay, hold on. Let me try the other mic. Testing. How's this sound? Am I blowing you away right now? Might have to. Oh yeah, it's like that, huh? All right. Well, I switched microphones a lot better. Okay. It's funny because I had to switch from this one to the other one because the other, like, they've been alternating which one works. I don't know. Good to know. Thank you. Thank you for notifying me of that. I got to rebuff all the buffs. Deadeye, Vampiric Embrace. I could check lower Guk probably at this point. Pretty close to the zone line. My main goal is froglok meat. My secondary goal is ding 30, right? If I do those two things, I'm having a great morning. And honestly, we're only just getting started. Yeah. Maybe he's a professional grinder, you know? He's fully immersed. We call that fully immersed. Um, yeah, exactly. Yonder Wiley, it's good to see you. How you doing this morning? Um, out here. Oh, I didn't even do my haste. I'm not used to the eye patch yet. You know, I only have eye patch on like a half dozen other Shadow Knights, so you know, it's gonna take some time adjusting to using eye patch on this Shadow Knight. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding about all the eye patches. I got those, but you know, kidding about forgetting. Is the career path you chose doesn't allow for playing EQ at work? Yeah. Not every career path will allow that. But as technology improves, we get closer to that mobile EQ ability. You know, one of these days, you can be playing EQ anywhere. I swear. Because anytime gaming technology advances, right, us EQ enjoyers got to think like, well, how does this help us, right? Yeah, I know. One time when I used to work in a paper mill, and I'd be sweating on the forklift and the clamp truck and the probe truck. Ever see a probe truck? That's what we called it anyway. Or sometimes we call it the unicorn, but it was a big forklift, but instead of a fork with two, you know, things, it was one spear down the middle, and you'd use it to go into a core of a giant roll that's on its side, with the core facing you. You speared it with the probe truck. Anyways, I'd be sweating out there, switching between trucks, different floors, taking you know what I mean, loading stuff in this elevator, sending stuff up in that elevator. You know what I mean? I'm just it was constant sweating and all over the place, all shift. And meanwhile, every other person's job in there was to sit in a little like booth on a computer and just be there to hit the one button every like 4.5 hours that they had to hit. You know what I mean? Like it was, and they were, oh, I wanted one of those jobs, but it's not what they hired me for. They hired me for material handling. You know, it was quite the freaking. Uh, but you know me, I like driving forklift anyway. Right. But even in those little booths, I'm sure their hearing is getting so wrecked. I was only there for the real like bulk of the pandemic, like the lockdown. That I had a job. I'd gotten the job right before lockdown, and then I was an essential worker, so I worked through the whole lockdown there, um, and it was crazy. It was so insane what they were able to get away with during lockdown. You know what I mean? Because what are you gonna do about it? There's no like labor court right now or whatever. Like they want to make you work 14 hours, they'll make you work 14 hours. No breaks? Hey, no breaks. What are you gonna do? But had to do what I had to do. I stuck around there. Eventually, got another job and left. But I took with me a lot of experience. I'd never operated a roll clamp before, right? I only did box clamps, which again, it's like if you could picture a big forklift, but instead of forks, you got the box clamp is just two straight um, squares, whatever, planes. Um, and they press against each other, and you can tilt up and down. You can adjust the grip, like the strength of the crush. So you're trained in that. Nice, yeah. It's a good one to be trained in because it's like specialty. So I was familiar with that. For the same context as you, Yonder Wiley. You know what I mean? Moving boxes, unloading trailers, like taking big heavy stuff, sometimes by a whole group at a time, and moving it point A to point B. So the roll clamp was a whole different beast. Instead of just being able to tilt down and tilt up, it also rotated, right? And you could open only one side. The right side would open. If you wanted to open the left side, you had to tilt it 75, or not 75 degrees, 45 degrees, 45 degrees. If you tilt it exactly 45 degrees, then you could open the other side instead with the same control. So if you wanted to do something big to open, it'd be like, and then go back to, anyway. This thing was so powerful. It was on like biggest forklift I've ever, or biggest industrial truck I've ever operated. It was like so big. But that was fun. Moving around huge rolls. I don't think they were paying me enough for it, especially considering how loud the place was. It was like so outrageously loud. Like you could hear this thing from probably miles away, the whole facility. And there's like doors, many layers of thick doors that close. And the more doors that you open up, the louder it gets, until you're like at the heart of the stuff. And like, I would have earplugs in and then the big earmuffs over it. And you can still just hear like this hum. You know what I mean? Oh, it's terrible. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I should be enjoying EverQuest. That's not my job anymore, so I can look back at it and be thankful that I'm not there. But honestly, you work at a concrete factory producing tiles or slabs. You'd be deaf without hearing protection. Yeah, it's important. You only get so many eardrums, Gotta protect them. Um, so they would, it's rough when they mandate the hearing tests like all the time. They had a truck coming in, probably because they'd gotten in trouble or something at some point. But it seemed like a whole like just doing it for show thing because anybody who was having trouble hearing stuff, they were like getting mad at them. Like the testers were like, like not accepting wrong answers basically. Like everybody had great hearing by the end of the test. Uh, from what I saw, I was brand new there, so I was like one of the few that was like actually able to hear this stuff. But like I said, you could hear the place from miles away. Anytime, like I don't live near there, but sometimes I pass by, and it like it brings back real bad memories when I hear that certain frequency um, from you know miles away. But anyway, it's crazy. It's the companies you've never heard of that are the real big and bad ones. They're sneaky. They're good. If the wind blows the right direction, you can hear a mile away. Yeah. Ugh. It's terrible. It's noise pollution is what it is. Yeah, that vibration is tough, man. I know what you're talking about. You say the machines are vibrating so much, stay in a certain place, you can feel it vibrating you deep down inside. I know how that goes, and it could probably be an issue long term. You know what I mean? Like the human body wasn't designed for that type of treatment. So take care of yourself as best as you can. You know. At the same time, we gotta do what we gotta do. Like it's crazy in 2025. I'm working outdoors nowadays. Love it. It's supposed to be actually ridiculously hot today. It's supposed to break the heat record for the date that was set in 1925. That's on the agenda today. It's supposed to, I think, last forecast I saw with the humidity, it's supposed to feel like 99, but I think it's only going to be like 90. Um, that was the forecast. We'll see what it does. Yesterday was hotter than the forecast. It was pretty hot. Bro, science. The vibe, yeah. Who knows? Maybe you're right. You know? Maybe it's the secret. That sounds like some 50s logic, some like mid-century doctor, you go to his office and he's puffing on the cigarette and he hooks you up to like the machine with like the rubber band or whatever. It's like shaking you, you know what I mean? And they're like, you do this 15 times an hour for 4 hours. You know? Um, and they knew everything back then, so it's probably good. The frequency of a purring cat is supposed to be good for your heart. Yeah, that's what I hear. I think honestly, I think certain cats are even better than others. You know what I mean? My I got a nice big fluffy angel in heaven. Who years ago when I would stream Neverwinter, he'd be on the stream with me sometimes. Big fluffy guy. Anyway, he had healing purrs for sure. You know what I mean? He could heal anything. He was like had that healing magic. If he was an EverQuest character, he'd be a cleric. You know. Um, I think he taught Winnie uh, everything he knew about proper frequencies because I swear she's learned. Um, Chester's purrs more like a motorcycle or something. It's not quite healing frequency, but it's a very comforting frequency. He's a good guy. Right? Like cats are. We've had a long relationship with cats as humans. They've seen the little paw prints on ancient tiles and stuff, and obviously the Egyptians had some fond feelings. Um, so I guess we go way back with dogs too, but I kind of like the thought that cats domesticated themselves. I like that idea. Pretty cool. Um, my one complaint is that they don't listen. You know, imagine a cat that like obeyed. It'd be the perfect animal. Here we go. 82, 83%, something thereabouts. Frog meat check. Let's count them up. What are we looking at? 12. A whole dozen. A cool 12 pack of frog meats. Oh yeah, I was going to check lower guck. That's why I went this whole way. Let's check the water line. It's an easy one. Palestine, what's going on? How you been? I'm just getting started over here. I got the Elvis mug. I was gonna say Elvish. Imagine an Elvis, like this guy with elf ears. You know what I'm saying? They should do that. How come they haven't done that? Oh, Thursday morning, just playing my favorite game, my comfort game. Anytime I want to simulate any troll business, that's where I'm at doing it. Oh, a double loop, a double meat. I need frog meat for a certain mission I'm on, a certain ridiculous plan I have. I need so much frog meat. I turned in, it must have been 6 stacks of frog meat, 16 spore mushrooms, and the resulting 4 fungus dung pies all got turned in for faction, and I'm still scowls ready to attack on my eradicant knife worshipping cleric. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that the trolls would hate my cleric? Yeah. I want him in there. Froglok double with
Yonder
cheese.
Wiley subscribed to your channel for 20 months.
Thank you, Yonder Wiley. I appreciate that. That was hype. That was big hype that the frog had. Double meat. I'm super duper excited for that. Makes me want to kill the other kind of obscure frogs up here. They probably are not touched since the mission. Alright, let's go get it. Let's get it. I'm about to ding 30 too. It makes me wish I bought the spells while I was in town, but that's the kind of forethought I did not have. Last time I was in there. I think I was just in there to empty my bags and move some gear around. The old face, which is what? Grotesque or whatever. Feign death incoming. Gather shadows incoming. Forget what else.
Palestine. That was not brief. Okay, here we go. What's next? What's next? Let's go back to the summoner. This was a tough little fight down the hallway, right? Fighting three at once. It was tough down there, and I don't think it's going to be easy right here, unless this first shaman goes down easy. You know, if that happens, we're good. You take it back. Let me get Vampiric Embrace going. I had mic issues earlier again, but we got it ironed out quickly this time. I'm back to using the built-in mic. I'm gonna install drivers for that big stand mic, and I think I'm gonna set up a spot. You know, you might see me streaming from a different angle on Sunday. You know what I mean? I might not do the green screen anymore. I might just like, you know, exist. So get used to this Big League Chewy banner, or not get used to it. Take a good look at the Big League Chewy banner, because who knows? Who knows? The next time you might see it, next time you might see it might be like some throwback. Like, oh, I remember that. Need to help get out of Plane of Fear. Oh yeah. We can do that. We can help you get out of there. Oh yeah. New banner incoming. Well, I could. It's either gonna be a new banner or like actually like set up my little gaming desk. It's been on my to-do list. I got a lot of stuff on my to-do list, but I did. Oh yeah, so I was complaining about the heat and the weather, right? Let's get back to that, because yesterday, so freaking hot, and it's not even done heating up yet. Today's supposed to be hotter, so I'm like not really thrilled. It was fine, you know. I'm not like, I wasn't a baby about it. I did what I had to do, and then I mowed the lawn after. But like, I think I pushed a little hard as far as when I was done mowing the lawn. I came inside and I was like so wiped, you know, like wiped in a way that I was not like expecting. Like I drank a bunch of water, and then I was like, you know, done with it. It's a good time to play some EQ, right? I earned it. Log in. Belly hits me up, asked me if I wanted to do anything, and I said nah, and I log off and laid down. You know what I mean? I couldn't even take the time to elaborate. I'm just like nah. Like as much as I enjoy EQ, I just didn't have it in me. I had nothing in me except for it's like freaking knockout for like an hour. It's crazy. So if that was yesterday, I better take it easy today, because it's supposed to be like 5 degrees hotter or something, like unseasonably warm, and it's like summer. So what's that tell you? It's like unearthly warm. Anyways, not pleased, not happy. But yeah, Ishiwatari will help you with that. And also, do you want a res in Guck? Consent wipeout. We'll see if we can line something up for you. Let's see who's on. Who's awake? Nobody's awake yet, but I'll do the rest. I'll take a quick intermission from this. I want to ding 30 first, though, if you don't blame me. The froglok king emote is hidden behind tier 3 paywall. Oh, is that where I put it? Okay, so it took me a long time to finally come up with something that I felt like fit there. You know what I mean? I thought that was a good one because he's got like such a regal crown. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. Twitch urged me to make one, and that's what I made for it. Maybe we'll shuffle it up sometime. We'll free him and try to come up with like a different one for maybe like a golden froglok or something. Right? Something's got to be there. Uh, we'll see what we can do. I think I do actually unlock a couple new emote slots potentially soon. There's some goal that we're like close to hitting that unlocks I think like 2 emote slots, and that would be cool. I have a couple more slots. It might have something to do with me installing something. I might have to. It might not be a goal like that. I forget. I'll look into it. Um, Try to come up with something exciting for everybody. I gotta review the emotes. Ishiwatari, take it easy today, you know? Don't work too hard, you know? If the machine's got you vibrating, make sure they vibrate you just right, that it's healthy for you. And have a great day. The rest of us, we're just getting started. We got like over an hour of froglok grind to go. Oh, Ishiwatari, I'll get your res after you get out of work then, I guess. Just remind me. We'll get you a bind after too. Splendid Genesis, good morning. Oh, ding 30. Time to celebrate. What better time to celebrate than in the middle of a fight, right? First we'll dance. This weapon's a little fast. I have too much haste going on. There we go. Dance. Dance again. Cheer. Let's see if we got a cheer. There's a cheer. And a wave. Alright. It's almost done swinging on the frog. So now we can dance on the interruption. Let's do one more dance. There we go. Full dance. Alright. Everybody's been watching. Thank you so much. We're just getting started over here. If you're new here, please, please, please come back. And if you've been coming back, well, thank you so much. And yeah, if you watching on some nefarious shit, well, watch this. That slash roots for you. Anyway, let's go. Level 30. Make my way to Froglok Summoner, which is in fact up. I saw it. Casting. Alright, rebuff. Splendid Genesis, how you doing? I got my my coffee going. It's gonna caffeinate me and propel me through this day. This hot day coming up. It's supposed to be a brutal one. And then what? Damaging winds and then hail. That's the forecast. Last I read it, like not cool, but okay. I'm hoping the forecast is just exaggerating. You know, surely it's not going to be record-breaking heat and then also terrible combination of weather events. Oh, the Canadian wildfire smoke. Right, right. I know, it was hazy yesterday. It's supposed to be hazy today, too, I think. My least favorite drop in the whole EverQuest. Lens of Glowing Amber. Can we do better? Get some coffee going, take it today off work, it's Sunday instead. Too hot? Yeah, there you go. That's the spirit. Might be swimming weather, you know? Solar flares and wildfires. Oof. That's the world we live in. But yeah, level 30. Let me hurry back to Grob now. Hurry as much as I can. I don't want to train through and die. I'll probably continue clearing through. But then I could buy Gather Shadows, and then the world is my oyster. Gather Shadows and Feign Death. Like, name a spot I can't get this Shadow Knight to. Like, I'll wait. Alright, fine. There's some spots I can't zone into yet, right? Level 30, can't go to Plane of Fear, can't go to Plane of Hate, can't go to Plane of Sky, can't go... I'm gonna assume Plane of Mischief either, you know? Never tried. Plane of Growth. Plane of, what other planes we get? Is that it? There's no Plane of Innovation yet, no Plane of Justice, no Plane of Nightmares, no Plane of, where's some of the other ones? Fire. No Bastion of Thunder. No Plane of Time. There's some other good Planes of Power zones. I gotta be forgetting some. Plane of Disease. Plane of... Is there a Plane of Water? I feel like there was something like that, but it might not have been called Plane of Water. Tower of Solusec Row. That counts as a plane, right? Plane of Tranquility. Plane of Knowledge. Who could forget Plane of Knowledge? Yeah. Fire Avenger. That's got at least one drop in the sky, huh? Been to Plane of Sky on this server once upon a time. We used to kill some stuff on, I think it was Island 2. We might even push further than that. Just, you know? Good old Flowers crew. There's probably like me, Loragoo, Beck, Salem, Tina, who else? Probably about it, you know? It doesn't take much to do some of them early islands. But that being said, I haven't been back to that zone in a decade. I haven't been to any of the planes in a decade except for Fear. But we were able to do it with Kunark gear, so you know what I mean? Like all this Velius gear has only made us stronger than ever. But anyway, if anybody knows the real Salem, tell them I said what's up. I haven't talked to him in so long. I have seen someone claiming that they were the real Beastigore, and that saying stuff like, when I made Beastigore, I chose Ixar because, as you know what I mean? Like it's somebody who has the Beastigore account, and they're trying to make it sound like they're the original, but they're clearly not, because it wasn't Salem, and Salem was the original Beastigore. So, anyways, I thought that was very interesting that somebody was trying to lie like that. You know what I mean? This was like 2 years ago. I called them out, and I don't think I've seen them post anything since. I'm not even sure I've seen that tune logged in anymore. But anyway, I'm not gonna sit by while somebody pretends that they're my old friend. You know, announce them to the world, but they're not. That's kind of weird. Why are you doing that, weirdo? I'll try to find that post. I don't know. Anyways, I'll be right back. here we go. Mic check. Winnie. I think this is the wrong mic again, but here she is. I went up to get coffee. It's the only way to get her the coffee refill. And, you know, she doesn't want to share the seat with me. I bet. Maybe. Oh, here we go. Me and Winnie playing EQ. Winnie, we're getting froglok meat just like that. Just like that. Thank you, Winnie. You're doing great. Yes, Winnie emotes in the chat. I meant to... this one I thought looked good full size, but now that it's smaller, I kind of want to like define it a little better. She like blend, like, you know what I mean, like a border around her or something, because she kind of blends into the background. But she's beautiful, right, Winnie? Beautiful Winnie. She loves that word. She does demand the petties, little head pats. Wink, 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 wink. Anyway, how's the mic sound? Did I switch to the wrong mic? No, this is the one that works, right? It's the other one that doesn't work. Anyways, it's something wacky with the mic. I might just uninstall and reinstall OBS. Start fresh on all my settings, because you know what I mean. I've been like trying to fix things here and there, and I swear, like, I fix one thing, I break 3 others. It's been an issue. Red-eyed Winnie. Is she doing the red eye? Oh, it's because she has such green eyes that they when she's in front of the red banner, they get green screened into red eyes. Yeah, I know. She looks like quite the beast when that happens. She's very sweet to people. Unless it's a solicitor, and then she'll hiss. She'll do like this spit and hiss, and the solicitor will run away scared. She's the guard cat. Right, Winnie? They're afraid you're gonna jump right through the window, tear them up. No, you're sweet. Oh, I love when she looks at me. All right. Anyways, we're playing some EQ, Winnie. Yes. Chester loves this game. I think she tolerates it. She's more of a first-person shooter cat, I bet. You know. You FPS Weenie. Oh, she's crouching now. You shy? No, she's not shy. She's very proud. Very proudy. She used to be shy. She wasn't on the stream for years. She's a Doom fan. Yeah. She's a Quake pro. Yeah, you. Yeah. She's the star. The dude, it's good to see you. We're just getting started over here. You're just in time. I dinged 30, which is a huge accomplishment for a Shadow Knight, you know? It's probably the, you know, that's the real, like, level 20, you get a surname, your damage cap comes off. Like, some people would consider that, like, the big milestone. I guess level 60 is, like, the big milestone, but you know what I mean. You gotta have a milestone along the way. I think level 30 for Shadow Knight, because all the good spells, like every single banger, you know, you get Gather Shadows, you get Feign Death. That's about it, you know? That's all you need. That's everything. Can't wait. You go from having nothing to having everything in one level. Basically. We have stuff before that. We got Snare, Life Tap. I think we get a new Life Tap at 30 though. Still using level 15 Life Spike. It's not good. Okay. Well, she's gonna take the camera out. Put her down. All right. Thank you for streaming, Winnie. Yes, it's walking away very, very proud. You had your Shadow Knight level 30 on RZ with weighted axe. Yeah, harm touch weighted axe combo can be absolutely massive damage in a short amount of time. You got yourself stuck in Lower Guck live side. You have some frogs of good death. Okay, I can potentially clear that out now that I'm getting invis. Could definitely make some moves. We are just getting started. Got like a whole hour of gameplay to come. Thereabouts, approximately. Approximately 53 minutes, but who's counting? Now, if I can go back and do it all again, I would have bought the spells when I was in Grob, like, what was it, Tuesday? I think I was doing, like, shuffling on Tuesday. I played Forklift Sim, and I did so well that I knew I had to just quit while I was ahead. It was, you know, there was no way I was making another achievement that afternoon. You know, I've played that game enough to know that it's like once you get tilted, you're done. You know, and I wasn't tilted yet, so why push it? Why push it? So I just kept it pushing straight to EverQuest, and but I didn't really have much going on in EverQuest, so I moved gear around. You know, logistics quest, a necessary evil. Probably not that exciting to watch, but I tried to yap it up in the way I do, distract people from the fact that I wasn't actually killing anything. You know, but the moral of the story is all the gear got moved around where it needed to go, and although froglok meat went where it needed to go, unfortunately even with all those froglok meats, like several Shadow Knights lifetime, life savings of froglok meats went into this mission, and it still wasn't enough to get out of scowls for my Radicant Knife worshipping human cleric. So I still, that's why I'm going back. I'm going back for another life savings of froglok meats right now, and so far we almost got a stack. 17 frog meats, and that's, you know, it's a start. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Alright, I do need to take some plat out. Gotta buy probably like 6 spells or something like that. It's probably gonna be like 100 plat. I hope I have 100 plat. I might have even transferred it while we were doing the shuffle. You know? These things happen. Ugh, I transferred all the plat. Alright, well, time to vendor some junk. If any newbies need this gear, speak now. Skull Shape Our Boot, you need this? Anybody? I don't mean to call you a newbie, you know. If any EverQuest enjoyers of any, you know, advancement level need the Skull Shape Our Boot, speak now before I vendor it, because that'll probably buy all my spells. What's the faction gain per frog meat? I'm going to guess like 0.25. No, probably like 0.33. It does not seem to be much. You know what I mean? It takes 3 frog meats for 1 turn in, and the turn in doesn't seem to be huge. You know, I don't know exactly. I know on whatever I played Drugbox like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 iterations ago now. So like this is even outdated information for that. But on the Drugbox, it had the numbers, and the quest was pretty good on Drugbox. I think it was like 10 maybe. Anyways, it was decent there. I do believe I was able to get stuff into Grob pretty easily, but it's a lot less forgiving here. There's a lot of stuff different there. Like all the froglocks were with different faction points. You can kill Squire for like -1 faction and then go to lower Guck and kill like a fucking Talghoul for like +4. You know what I mean? Like it was, and killing names was like a ton, but only for pluses. You know, for minuses, I think things were tweaked to make it like easier or whatever. You know. Anyways, level 30. I think I got some skill at level 30, right? Riposte. Huge. Absolutely massive. Need that. Hide at 35. That's a good one because I don't have pre-nerf circlet over here. It'd be nice. And disarm coming after that at, what was it, 40? One of the best. One of the best skills for a melee in PvP. That's just my opinion. But anyways, how's the mic doing now? Is it still working okay? I know I turned stuff off and on, so who knows. Alright, here's the low level stuff. Level 30, life tap, yes. Level 30, gather shadows, yes. Feign death, yes. Restless bones is the pet. 8 plat. Mic is good, good. Wave of enfeeblement is level 30. I don't know if I care about everything right now. I mean, I might as well while I'm here, but if it's going to be a huge deal for me to come up with the plat, I'll just buy it next time. Because I'm going to be honest with you, as somebody who plays a lot of Shadow Knights, I can't tell you the last time I cast Wave of Enfeeblement. You know? I might have never cast Wave of Enfeeblement, to be totally honest with you. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I should be casting that. But it's just not usually on my to-do list, you know? So much spells I want to cast, so little time to cast them, such a small mana bar to cast them with. Wave of Enfeeblement hasn't made the cut. But Ward Undead, if I don't own that, well, it's only 5 gold. I'll buy it either way. Restless Bones, 8 plat. Let's mend some stuff. Ward Undead. That's like a page 2 spell. Life Draw. That's page 1 all day. Sit down and get hit, cast it and sit down. Yeah, interesting idea. We could test it. Sure, why not? Like I said, though, it's just one of those things that's just never really in the agenda. You know, things move pretty quick in this game. I don't know what spell I would cut out of my casting rotation to make it work, but if I can come up with the plat, easy enough. I'll do it. I didn't bring the skull-shaped barboot to vendor. I could just drop like something worth plat. Hold on. Take me 2 secs. Make a silent move. Because I needed it was 6 plat for one of them, 8 plat for another one. So if I drop 2 paradots, that's good. I can't believe I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel that bad for coin right now. Can't come up with 15 plat. I could just kill a giant if I'm lucky. Maybe like 3 giants if I'm not. But make a silent move real quick. Dang. It's making me wait a minute. I must have crashed while I camped. I didn't even think I did. But I probably... It's saying I did, so I must have. But anyways, take this opportunity to sip the coffee while it's still hot. Oh yeah, good stuff. Alright, it's letting me in. Love this song. You guys like this song? Alright, let's see what we see down here. A little bird told me that, there's playing zone. No. Out of my range. Out of range. Okay, interesting. Anyways, I guess I could drop something from my other shadowknight here. Interesting. Is that a bard? Looks like a bard. How terribly interesting. There. Give me the loot. Alright, one more silent move. Don't take too kindly to intruders here, you know? I have a plan. Here's hoping I don't actually crash this time. I can get right back in, nice and quick. I didn't look at Executioner. I did look at Cavalier as placeholder. I don't remember looking at Ass Up, right? Assassin slash supplier. Ass Up for short. I wish more camps were double like that. You know, that's kind of convenient. 2 in 1 room. Gotta love it. Can't think of a right, best camp. How many other rooms in Guck have 2 names? Can't think of any. You know, there's the Keep, which has the Crusader and the Yun Priest, but they're not in the same room. They're not even on the same floor. You know, they're like kind of in the same area. I mean, you can get 3 frenzies in the same room, but I guess that counts. There you go. There's a room with 2 names. It's 3 names. Frenzy, Frenzy, Frenzy. Ah, man, okay. Well, I was hoping I was logged out in Lower Gawk. Because surprise, 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 I got a one-track mind. I'm still thinking about the potential PvP down there. But, I'm over here instead. But it's alright. Maybe I drop these paradots. Or half these paradots. For my other guy, and we just call it a day. Is that froglok meat? Yes. Okay, we dropped that too. Nobody steal my stuff while I'm drop transferring on stream, okay? This is... I'm trusting you. In fact, no, you know what? I'm not trusting. I'm gonna drop it somewhere you don't know, okay? And then, yeah. Not that I don't trust you, but you over there. That's alright. It's all good. I just don't want to have to do this again. You know, I want to drop this stuff once. They were in your range? Oh, man. It's all good. They took off when you hit them. Well, they're a bard, so they can't go too far, right? Or they run to the safety of the live side. That's what I would do if it was me. Sage and Scribe are in the same room. Thank you, the dude. You're so right. You're so right. I always like disrespect the Scribe, right? Because he's not like a fun, cool named. He's like a enchanter epic named, you know? Lesser. Who? Tyvoria mad? The dude, I wish that you could see robe graphics on Froglocks. You know, that would be like super duper immersive for me. You know what I mean? I would really like that. Crack with jokes. Love it. I think unhappiness has been detected. I think we found a player that's lacking happiness. Yeah. These ridiculous, these best in slot flowers tunes. It's all good. I think they're just trying to, you know, get some attention. Alright, what did I need here? Definitely need heat blood. Wow. I can't believe I almost didn't buy heat blood. I like assumed I already had it. Level 30 pet. Where you at? Where you at, dog? What was it called again? Restless? Yeah, Restless. And then Wave of Enfeeblement for science sake. Let's do it. So there's 3 spells I needed. Unless I bought Heat Blood twice because I was that excited about it. That's a distinct possibility. No! I almost left without Heat Blood. That would have been ridiculous. Okay, anyway, we got unhappiness detected. Got quite the list online right now. That's what I figured. I didn't think you killed them, but the way they're reacting, it's like I had to ask, like, did you? No, they're just total. That's what I'm saying. This is unhappiness. This is when I say unhappiness detected. this is a perfect example of what I mean. If you've never seen it before, this is what unhappiness looks like. And we're the flowers of happiness, right? We gotta spread some happiness right now. Whoops, hold on. Show the EQ again. Hey, listen, don't tell this bard, okay? Bards are fast. If this bard wants to run far, far away right now, they're gonna have a good chance to just run, just leave, right? But don't tell them, okay? That's all they need to do is run, 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 get very far away, because I'm coming. I'm coming in range. He would have rezzed him after he wanted. You're better than me. I don't know if I would. I give the full experience, right? You get slain, and then you get to corpse run, you know. But I'm not gonna mess with the corpse run. Listen. I'm starting to think that there's a couple players on this server that might deserve it, though. I've yet to corpse camp anybody in recent history. I was about to corpse camp this one bard from, what was that guild called? You guys remember that guild that used to be around? Perdition, I think it was called. It's been so long. You know what I mean? It's like barely a memory. You know, I can't really. I think they were called Perdition. Anyway, there was this one bard that got killed in Upper Guck, and I was ready to make the call to tell the crew like, nah, we're not letting this guy get his corpse. And I think Yonder Wiley hit him once, and the guy called the camp check, or not camp check. What was it? I don't even know what it's called. Loot and scoop, LNS, right? Those three letters that are like, I give up, you know, call an uncle, you know, or you got to let me get my gear and leave, right? And he called it, so we had to let him get his gear and leave. But I was about to, you know, hit a corpse running player, something I don't usually do. That was 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Since then, I haven't. But you know what? I'm going to tell you, somebody's tried to do it to me recently, and it's somebody I had a lot of respect for. So, not naming any names, but there's a certain player that, you know, he might get hassled. He might have to call Loot and Scoot next time, because he tried to mess with me on a corpse run. It's not like he had anything to do with the corpse run, you know what I mean? It's just a PvE death. But not like he stopped me anyway. I just get my gear. I don't call anything. I just get my stuff. Who's gonna stop me? But anyways, enough boasting, enough braggadocious behavior. Let's see what's going on in Lower Guck. Just curious. Just want to see. Honestly, I should probably cast my stuff first. What you guys know about Disease Cloud? That's a powerful buff. At least where I'm from. Alright, ready. Let's do this. Let's see what we see. I'm not sure what kind of opportunity we're going to get down here, to be honest. Well, this is one of my Shadow Knights, right? Ah, see? Somebody must have told them to run away. Well, I'm gonna park down there anyway. I'm ready for next time. It's nothing personal. It's just preparation. This is well adjusted. I'm not sure what level I'm going to take well adjusted to. I might even go down to 50. It's going to be a nice even number. Something either 55, 50, 45. You know what I mean? I like to have all my bases covered. And this guy is, he's well adjusted for that life. He was originally my level 10 Shadow Knight. I don't have a level 10 Shadow Knight anymore. I have a level 10 warrior, though, named Egg Hunt. But he's self-found hardcore dwarf warrior. I think he has like a cracked staff and, you know, maybe a couple pieces of cloth armor. Like, I really have not self-found much. We only played him on Easter, though. Easter Sunday. It was a great Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest 2025. One of the best, honestly, if you ask me. I had a really good time. Always do on a Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest 2025. And this Sunday is going to be no exception. That's, what? Friday, Saturday. 3 days away, right? It's Thursday right now. Thursday, rise and grind. Every 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. like we're doing right now. We're in the throes of it. The Sunday, it's like whatever this is, multiply it, you know? It's at least a x4, right? Well, maybe it's like a x3.5. We'll have to do the math on it. But anyways. Came all the way back down to Lower Guck thinking we were going to find some PvP, but it's a happy zone now. Through and through. Confirmed. Off limits. It is what it is. Listen, if I was that bard, I wouldn't want any of this either. But honestly, it could have been Splendid Genesis. They might not even realize that there was a whole nother harm touch heading for them. Potential harm touch, I should say. But anybody want to play Red 99? Anybody like on the fence, a little like Red curious? You want to play? I know a couple people have been trying it lately, getting their feet wet. I'm down to help. You know, I'm not looking to make it harder for anybody who's an EverQuest enjoyer and a Twitch EverQuest community member. You know what I mean? If you want to get in on this, let's collab on it. You know, let me get you some gear. Let's get some. You know, let's get you set up right. The thing about this server is it's been around for so long. You know, like how long? How long? Let's think about it. Probably about 15 years, thereabouts. 14 or 15 years on this server now. I do believe, if we do the math. So, that being said, there's players who have a head start compared to you, to put it lightly, you know? How many dragons do you think you could slay in 15 years on a server that's plugged into life support? You could slay a lot. You could hoard a lot of gear. And players have done that, and they're ready to use it against you, even though you have nothing, right? So that being said, I want to help you. I want to get you established a little better, so it's like, you know, make them sorry. Make them wish they never even tried it. You got your ring. You want to finish up J-Boots? Nice. Yeah, I'll let you know next time I see Hasten up. He's like the big bottleneck, I would say. I got a Shadow Rapier corpse right now. Oh shit, I got to keep it pushing. Because I almost certainly pulled that C Invis elemental. If I stop, I'm going to get hit. Right? Let's see. Let's see if I'm right. I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't pull up. But yeah, if you got the ring already, that makes it a little smoother. Get you the gold and the rapier, and shit, if you want the rapier right now, I can log on that tune and hand it to you in the swamp, make a level 1 troll, and you can hold it for yourself until, you know, it's convenient for you. And then you don't even need to worry if I'm awake, online, alert, whatever, you know. I said I was going to park at Ass Up, and then I ran all the way back out to the swamp. It is what it is. Let's get back on Pewee, right? Level 30. I got some spells to try out. Silent moves. Nobody knows I'm logging the freshly level 30 Shadow Knight. So at the moment, actually, I believe I have 2 level 30 Shadow Knights, actually. Trolls. Probably the same face even, you know what I mean? Mostly the same gear. It is what it is, you know? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I don't know what level Pewee's gonna be. Probably whatever level well adjusted is not, right? If well adjusted is going to be my level 45, Pewee will be level 40. You know, it's probably something like that. Maybe vice versa. Um, I want to have all the bases covered. Every 5 levels, harm touch, ready. And that way, you know, when I say a zone is a happy zone, it thoroughly stays happy, right? Right now, there's like, I don't want to say gaps in the coverage, but there's certain levels where I might have to come at you with a ranger. I might have to come at you with my bard. I might have to, you know what I mean? Like stuff that's not a Shadow Knight. I want to come at you with my Shadow Knight. I want to give you the authentic Guck experience if you're new here to, you know, or even if you're not. If you come to Guck, you know, I want a harm touch ready. You waited this long. It's not a huge rush for the J boots. Well, honestly, it is a huge rush. Let's do it ASAP because J boots are just that important. They're so good. Can't speak highly enough of J boots. But that being said, getting back on Pewee. Speaking of J boots, he's got J boots. He's got the Lev cloak. He's got the eye patch. I don't have telescope or shrunken goblin skull earring. So actually, at the moment, I have no indoor click because I don't have like ring 8. I don't have, you know, he's got room to grow. I will get all these things. It's the PvP server, you know. Sometimes the things we do might seem a little excessive, but it's listen, it's just excessive enough. Speaking of just excessive enough, how many pumice? I have 1 pumice. That's not enough. Let's get some more pumices. Just a few. Just a handful. Some more. Alright, I'm going to deposit some of this stuff because it's like taking up room. I gotta get bone chips too. 4 bone chips? How am I Shadow Knight? Who allows this? Okay. 1 more backpack, and then I can carry a lot of frog meat. That's the goal. We're frog meat mule. Frog meat farmer and mule at the moment. But I do have a whole bunch of new spells. Gather Shadows. Absolutely massive. Feign Death. One of the biggest, one of the baddest, one of the best. I gotta set the hotkeys for these too. I want to be able to cast important spells while blind. You know what I mean? Like Feign Death is one of those spells that like needs to be at the ready. Anyway, there we go. Looking good, feeling good. Set up, ready for action. And we still got plenty of time. AKA, we're just getting started. I was trying to give away some gear. And I will continue to try to give away some gear. If you don't know how to reach me, I have a Discord. It's called The Swamp. Hop on in, the water's fine. In fact, I'm about to grab a link for you. A personal invitation, if you will. And I hope you will. Putting the link in the chat. I'm pinning it. If you use Discord and you're not a member of The Swamp yet, well, what are you waiting for? Come on in, the water's fine. And yeah, just hit me up there. Say you need some gear. Tell me what you're making, where you're making it, and we'll hook it up ASAP. If I'm not available, maybe somebody else in the Discord will be available first. A lot of us are happy to help. You know, it's a pretty small and exclusive club over here. The few, the proud, the Red 99 enjoyers. But yeah, level 30. Like I said, that unlocks everything. I can go anywhere now. I can gather shadows for invis. And I can feign death, you know, for reasons. And with that combination and the occasional invis undead, yeah, there's nowhere we can't get, you know? With enough determination, I'm pretty sure you could even shadow step through locked doors on a Shadow Knight. You know what I mean? Like, there's no stopping us. We're coming. I say us because, like, pretty much the whole crew has a Shadow Knight now, too. You know what I mean? Like, everybody loves the style. That's another little faction potential there. Spore mushrooms takes 4 to do 2 turn-ins, right? You get the meat, which gives you a faction hit, and then handing in the meat to the other guy gives you another faction hit. So 4 spore mushrooms is 2 faction hits, but you know, they don't seem to be huge. Nothing seems to be huge. It's such a grindy faction. Who would have thought? Who would have thought it's hard to convince the bloodthirsty trolls that you're actually a cool human that worships a, you know, good god? They're tough to convince. But it's not going to stop me. I'll get it done. And for what? So my cleric can vendor and bank and grab? Yes, absolutely. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't know if he can ever vendor and grob because they took away the one quest that gave grob vendor faction. So this might all be for nothing, honestly. It's a good thing I got my bard in there before the lock. There was one quest. It was called Wolf Meat for Wista, and Wista's still there, but they removed Wolf Meat for Wista from the game on P99. They said it was not of the era. With, you know, I never thought it was out of era, but apparently it was. They removed it shortly after I was showing it on stream. I was like, check it out, guys. It's the only quest in the game that gives you Grob Merchant faction. Or the Bard can always faction song, and I got the Dark Elf mask, you know, like I can I could vendor on the Bard anyway, so it's not a huge deal. But you know, I don't think the cleric will ever be able to vendor. It's unfortunate, unless they add wolf meat for Wista back. But what a weird coincidence, right? I'm showing that on stream, and then it gets removed from the game next patch. It's crazy. It's so weird. It was like, you know, you know how faction quests are. I think you gave 3 wolf meat to Wista, and she gave you a large bag and a faction hit for Grob merchants. And I do believe it was classic. You know what I mean? Like I was like very plugged into Grob. I hailed every NPC. I had added some of the, you know, the quest text to Alakazam for Grob NPCs. You know what I mean? Like I remember Wolf Meat for Wista. Like it's so of the era. So for them to remove it as not being of the era, it's like, says who? Like prove it. Prove to me that it's from the wrong era because like I could have sworn it was. We could get OVP, Ornate Velium Pendant. Well, that has charges, huh? The original one had Limitless, right? Is this a 3rd summoner in a row? I'm ready for a 3rd Lens of Glowing Amber in a row. Let's go. Ugh, what an annoying spot. The post-nerf one is unlimited. That's good that it's still around. I thought it was just one of those things that got removed. I don't even know there was nerf. Well, it is what it is. Even if I can't vendor there, just being able to sit near the troll guards will be fun, I guess, you know? It is what it is. Another reason to make halfling clerics. Why, are they allowed? The trolls like the halflings? Alright. Lens of Glowing Amber, number 3 in a row. Oh, Sneak, right. I always forget about Sneak exists. The only downside, you gotta be a halfling. Just kidding. No offense to all the halflings out there. You're valid. If I feign death right now, this pet would poof, I believe. Let's try it. Even though I'm going to lose out on the XP for it, for science. Okay. Still works. Still works. There's been changes to pets, so I had to double check it. The major drawback for halflings doesn't even exist on P99, right? They don't eat the way halflings are supposed to eat. They're supposed to have a huge appetite, right? What about, we've had breakfast, but what about second breakfast, right? You know, this is canon. But they don't, right? All food is created equal. All appetites are created equal, right? That's something they weren't able to replicate yet, the classic consumption rates. That's why you'll see pro players buying muffins rather than iron rations, right? Like, let's talk about it. Let's think about it, right? Back in the day, would you buy a snack? Would you buy a stack of 20 of a snack? Or would you buy 20 hearty meals if, you know, if you're limited on bag space? You're buying the hearty meals because they lasted clearly longer. Nowadays, doesn't seem to be the way. I remember going to the desert. I spent some time leveling up in South Row as a young troll, you know, 25 plus years ago now. And when you were in the desert, you would get thirsty. You would go through water like 2+ times as fast as not in the desert. And that's why it was so useful to slay the madmen, right? Because the madmen had the water. You needed that, like to keep your water levels up. The madmen were like a blessing, and it doesn't matter anymore. Like nobody worries about going thirsty in the desert. It's just not a thing. P99 never figured it out, as far as I can tell. This is anecdotal evidence based on my own observations here. I buy rations because they don't sell muffins in Grob, I don't think. I haven't found the muffin vendor, if there is one. Drug Box, they sold them in Grob. I don't know what that tells you. It doesn't really prove anything. But anyways, I've heard it from some other players that I trust too. So I just go with it. I just go with the fact that all foods are created equal, all appetites are created equal, and I've been running under that assumption for years now, and it seems to be true. Fear vendor, sell milk and muffins. Nice. That's good savings. You know, if you're really on a budget, it might be worth it to run to Fear for that, or at least stock up when you're running by. You know, because that's huge savings. Muffins cost like what, 8 copper. I know some people that don't know this and they're still buying iron rations, which cost like a lot. Iron rations are expensive. There's no need for it. Anyways, I wish there was a need for it. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of those things that like could be better in this server. Like, we could have classic consumption rates. That would be nice. Right, stock up on the way to check in Haston, or on the way to check in Kazakh Thule names, because yeah, don't forget about how good Golem Wand is on this server. And nothing's rechargeable, or stuff like that isn't rechargeable at least. So you need lots and lots and lots of Golem Wands. I just wish they were still instant casts. I act like I don't have that many gripes about the server when in actuality I have gripe after gripe. But it's the best we got. You know, I still enjoy it thoroughly, and thankful that they let us. But can you reach? No, I can't recharge WC caps. Nothing. None of it. Got to do the quest all over again. You might as well destroy the old one as soon as you use it. No. They removed all that from being rechargeable, and it has a cast time. Oh, this one's yellow. I'm gonna zone. Oh shit! I might be in trubs here. I do have feign death, but I'm probably gonna fizzle it. Yeah, it's like a 2-second cast time, like every other. Ugh. This is bad because there's gonna be a froglok on the other side to attack me too. All right. I'm just gonna feign death here a sec just to get the fungi tunic regen. It won't take long, but I zoned too low. I lost all my buffs. I don't think I had too much going on for buffs, right? I had Deadeye, I had the Haste, I had the Lev. I had J Boots, which is nice, but, you know, I lived. Could be worse. For some reason, I thought I was just going to kill those 2 Froglocks and then med up, but one of them was yellow. I didn't even look at the other one. Probably dark blue, but either way, they were tearing me up. Crunching me up. Let's forensically analyze my text here. Oh yeah, 68 from the night, 68 from the night. Yeah, that was a hard hit. That was probably max. Probably 68. Yeah. Those things are so brutal. I hate to admit it, but I've had to plug to these frogs before. You know what I mean? When this Shin Ghoul Knight is up here at the top of the hall, and you fleeing from these two outside the room, you end up like ping ponging between the zone lines. You know what I mean? You zone here, you get hit. Oh no, you zone back there, you get hit. Oh no, you zone here, you get hit. You're gonna die. You know, you might as well just stop zoning. You know, just uh, you know, crazy. But we're doing okay now. I'm gonna invis. The dude, are you home right now? You want to get rezzed or whatever? Can hook it up. Cause I'm it's about that time where I end the stream. I got enough time for like one last action. And I can use that last action to res you if you want. But I'm gonna camp at the croc. Hey, don't tell anybody. This is our little secret. I'm gonna camp at the croc. Swimming 32? Wow. You know I was leveling this guy fast if my swimming is that far behind. That is crazy. That's embarrassingly low swimming skill right now. And I call myself a swamp splasher. I'm gonna have to splash around a lot more than that. Oh, I better go back to the kiddie pool, you know? But it's probably because I've had a lev cloak since like level 1. That'll keep me dry. You know? Get spoiled. Alright. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I had a real friggin' blast today. I always do. Love this game. Brings me comfort and joy every Thursday morning, bright and early. Rise and grind, you know. Cheers. If you still got coffee in your mug, clink. Cheers. That being said, I'll see you again Sunday, Swamptacular Splash Fest 2025, all morning. If you're watching right now at this time, I'll be live at this time, but I'm keeping it going for several hours after that. So be ready. Be here. Twitch.tv/big_league_chewy. It's that simple. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Peace.